Hi, welcome to Carolina Crafting. I'm Jackie Jentz. Today we're at the Back Porch Quilters with Russ and Rhonda Adams. Hi, I've heard so much about you guys. Oh my gosh, you are a legend here in town. How'd you get started with the quilting?
Well, it actually started about 4 years ago. I did not know how to sew at all. Russ actually worked his way through college at a couple of the manufacturing plants. I don't know, there used to be a Lee plant and a Levi's
Yes,
plant.
there were, yeah.
So he worked his way through school there, so he knew how to sew.
So you were a sewer for...
He did, and he knew all about industrial sewing machines, but I knew nothing. Didn't even know how to thread a sewing machine.
Oh my gosh.
So I wanted to make a quilt for each of our daughters. We have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old. They were much younger then. But that was all that I wanted, was just to make 2 quilts. So he went down to Bless My Stitches, the quilt shop, bought a gift certificate for me for my birthday. And it was everything I needed to make just 1 quilt. So that was going to get me started.
Right.
And once, Russ already had the sewing bug. And so it started with 1, and then once he started piecing, and we had this one quilted by another local quilter, once we started with that, he realized it was going to become an expensive habit really quickly.
Yes.
So
yes.
As much as he wanted to piece, he decided maybe we should just buy our own machine. So that's kind of how it started. We bought a machine, and
the same one you have now, or
actually this is the second machine, same size. Actually, we went up 1 step, I think, didn't we? Did we go up 1 step? Okay.
Did you wear the other one out?
No, we were having problems with it a little bit, but we traded that one in, and this is the same machine we've had for probably the last 3.5 years.
Oh wow! Can you guess at the number of quilts you've done?
Oh gosh, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2,000. Wow. Maybe. Yeah.
And is it mostly from people that just in this area? Because I know there's a lot of quilters, but do you get orders from?
No, we have an extended quilting family.
Well, that's cool.
We maintain our own website, and we blog a little, so that generates some business. But we get mostly local work, but we do get out of town quilts also, and it's amazing. When we started, I didn't think we would ever get anyone from out of town. I remember saying to Russ, who would ever put their quilt in a box and mail it to us? But they do, without even knowing you. So
trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Crafters are trusting souls.
They must be.
Everyone I've found.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a long arm quilting machine.
Yes.
That's what's the official title. And it's not computer generated.
No, the only thing it has is a thread regulator to it that acts, and it has a thread alarm to it.
So if you're getting low.
So like if the bobbin's getting close to running out, it will tell me. And the other thing is it regulates the stitches according to my movement. So like if I have it to 10 stitches per inch, as I move, it will regulate the stitching.
Okay, so like sometimes I sew really fast and my stitches aren't perfect. It won't let you.
No, it actually regulates. That's the only computer that it has to it that on this right here. I have to do the rest myself.
So do you make quilts for yourself anymore?
No, not hardly.
I heard a story that you had a cape and I just made you go get it because this is so cool. Do you wear this when you quilt? Super quilting man?
No, a friend of mine, Tammy Dollar, she made this for me for Christmas, and it's always our joke that we always...
It's funny. These are the magazines that you've been featured in, McCall's Quick Quilts and Quilter's Home. Tell us a little about each one that you were featured in.
Susan Guzman, that designed this pattern right here, she designs quilts, and so what I did was the long arming for the quilts in each one of these. This is, she actually shipped it to me, I sewed it and then sent it back to her. And so we was in 7 magazines, and we also was featured in Asian Fabric magazine as well.
Cool.
So, and this right here is the current issue of McCall's Quilting. It's the Christmas edition.
It's so cool that you've been featured in a magazine. I mean, how many people around here can say that? That is really
True.
awesome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I have another question about quilts. Once you get it all quilted, do you take it off there and then bind it?
Actually, the customer, they trim it and they put the binding on, but we offer that service as well. So we offer machine binding or hand binding, whichever they want.
So they could actually send you the top piece, and you could actually send them back a finished product.
Yes.
Or you could send them back a product they could finish at a later date.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. I've enjoyed this so much. I'm sorry your wife had to run out and pick up the girls from school, but you know, that's life.
True.
And thank you so much, and enjoyed talking with you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Sometime last year, I was fortunate enough to get in my possession a storage unit full of craft supplies, literally a storage unit full of craft supplies that someone needed to find a home for. And in that a massive amount of craft items, wonderful craft items, I had all these fancy trims and yarns and rickrack and just all kind of wonderful ribbons, and I didn't know what to do with it. I also had bags of yarn, different colors. I chose these 3 today. It's just a regular black yarn. This is a eyelash fun fur, and the blue one is too. So I thought, why not take these and some of the fancy trims and make something out of it. So it's cold here in North Carolina right now, so I thought, oh, scarves. But I can't knit, I can't crochet. I'm useless in that department. So I thought, well, why not just make just rows and rows and rows of yarn and tie it. I cut many, many lengths of this, 9 feet or 3 yards. And I did it many times, so I ended up with this 9-foot rope. Now, looks really neat with all the cool ribbons that I added to it. There are several packages of really different bright colors in it. So I divided this in half, tied a knot, just an overhand knot, nothing fancy. Pulled it through. Okay, then I put around my head and about hand level, tied another knot on this side. And even it out on this side. There we go. Okay, now we have, so we're going to have to trim off the edges to make it look nice and even. Okay. So we have a scarf. I didn't knit, I didn't crochet, but I still made a scarf. Be sure and check out my website, www.carolinacrafting.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Carolina Crafting. Thanks for watching.